Of the questions that were submitted in advance, I think many of them fall into three categories, and I want to put those three categories together into one question. And that question is, do I really need an MBA? Do I really need to do a postdoc? Do I really even need to finish my PhD in order to have a position in management?
Well, I guess I'll go first. So I didn't do a postdoc, and that hasn't really been a disadvantage for me in terms of academic administration. But getting the PhD working in a university is crucial because when working with administration, senior administration, and faculty, it's important to establish that credibility that you have, that you've gone through what they've gone through, and that you have the authority to speak about the things that you want to talk about and to sort of advance your agenda. So I'd say for working in academia and administration, the PhD is crucial.
Okay, I'll take it secondly if you don't mind. So the first part of the question is, do you need an MBA? For product management, I can tell you do not. A lot of the things that you are going to do are going to be learned on the job, and they can only be learned on the job. Now, an MBA can give you experience learning more of the general business sense, like doing MPV value or writing a SWOT analysis or whatever it is. But a lot of the things that I had to learn from day one were just from being on a team, being in industry, and just going with the flow. Because and a lot of product managers do have MBAs, some of them don't. It's a mixture, but the ones that do tell me that they still don't think it's necessary. So I would work first a couple years and then decide from there before jumping into it. Postdoc, no. As you know, I've already talked about how you can skip the postdoc. I think it's very feasible, and if you plan ahead and take the steps, you can totally skip it, and it's not necessary. And the last part to the question was, what was it again? It was, so we have MBA, postdoc, and is a PhD necessary?
Do I even need to finish my PhD before exiting to a management position?
Yeah, so I'll tell you, a PhD will get you respect. It will get you with customers and the team in industry. Now, do product managers not have a PhD? Of course. I know a lot of product managers that just have master's degrees, but the PhD is going to also give you more upwards mobility. It's going to get you more notice. It's going to get you more respect. And especially when you're interacting with customers, when you hand them a business card and it says PhD on it, I mean, they're not looking at how many publications you have. All they're looking at is say, hey, this guy is an expert. And when you get the PhD, you demonstrate that as a technical expert. And I think it does help drive the success of your career. And it although not necessary, it's extremely helpful.
And I would agree, it's not the only way, but it does add credibility.